So how's it going? I guess it's been a little while since we spoke, right?
Yeah, it's been a little bit. It's been going good.
Yeah.
Same old stuff. So it's been good.
As far as how you're feeling, how you feel like the season's going for you, progressing, pros, cons, where are you at with all that?
Yeah, obviously getting into it a little bit more this year, being asked to do a little bit more, obviously, and I think just trying to find my game overall and bringing that same consistency every night has been my biggest takeaway from this year.
You mentioned doing a little bit more. You're getting some power play time now, I guess. And we asked going out yesterday about. He said he always was telling you to go into the meetings and stuff like that.
Mhm.
So how is that now being on the power play? Is that something that you were excited by, or just kind of one of those things where it's more ice time? How do you feel about that?
Yeah, well, obviously it's more ice time. Getting out there and being able to produce with that extra guy is definitely huge. I think I've been able to show a little bit more offense since being on that power play, but I think overall just like I said, keeping it simple and being reliable in all three zones has been my biggest thing.
Is one of the main things for you is using your shot in that situation? You feel like your main role there is trying to get pucks to the net?
Yeah, totally. Obviously, breakouts are huge, and I can use my speed when I get the chance to take it wide and things like that. But definitely being on that weak side flank, just getting pucks on net and causing havoc in front.
You and Jacob both have some pretty big, heavy shots, and a lot of times when you're playing together, one of you will stay back if the other one goes up in the rush. But that's a situation where you both can do it. Is that something you guys have talked about or think could be fun? Or
it's something that we've definitely talked about, something we've worked on a little bit more in practice now with just being on the power play together. Obviously, we have that chemistry 5-on-5 and in game, but just adding a little bit more to our offensive game has been huge.
How's that partnership evolved over the course of the season since you've been so consistent?
It's been great. Troop's a great role model, somebody I really look up to. Obviously, he's had a lot of games, almost 600 now, so I go to him with really any questions I have, game, life. Like I said, he's been really good to me and been somebody I've been able to look up to and go to with anything.
You have a birthday coming up, if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah, a couple days.
Okay. So you've been here now in the league for a year, and where do you feel your progress is in terms of like what's the next thing for you to do?
I think just adding little things here and there, offensively, defensively, just kind of all around whole game can improve little by bit by bit, piece by piece. So I think just coming to practice every day with a good mindset and willing to get better, pushing myself.
Is this season's different than last season? Obviously, with the full league and all that kind of stuff. How is it different for you in terms of that? In terms of getting better every day? In terms of like last year, you came in 56 games. You just got to kind of come in and play.
Mm-hmm. But
can you pace yourself, or I don't know, add things that I'm going to work on this week. I'm going to work on this other thing next week, kind of thing?
Yeah, totally. With the limited practice schedule, obviously that's a little tough, but pregame skates and stuff like that, you always try to get out a little early and work on those things to fine-tune your game. So I've been using that time to, like I said, do those little things and try to pick apart my game where I think I can improve small areas.
And as far as the team is concerned, you're approaching tomorrow will be your 40th game, right? So you're right at the midpoint, or just about the midpoint of the season. Where do you see this team in terms of what you've accomplished and what's left?
Yeah, obviously we had a good start, but all that stuff is in the past now. So I think right now is second half of the season. It's a new start. We kind of have our identity, and I think we can just build on that and keep getting better.
Yeah, the coaches talked a lot about puck management, and when there's a turnover with a forward, the whole team has a little more time to kind of get back and help each other out. With defensemen, is it something where if it happens, you kind of just figure it's going to happen sometimes, you have to move on quickly, or is that something that you guys are consciously like trying to continuously get better at and fix and all that?
Yeah, I mean, obviously turnovers are something you want to limit and try to keep as many chances against. as possible, try to limit their other team's chances. But I mean, breakdowns are going to happen. That's part of the game. It's such a quick and high-paced game that those little things are going to happen. A little out of position, puck bounces, little things like that. So I think just being adaptable and be ready for those situations is the biggest thing.
Yeah, and try to have a short memory in those situations too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Are you, this may seem like a simple question, I apologize, but are you a better player now than you were, 6 months ago or whatever you think?
I would like to think so.
Just, you guys are such a young group, I think, the way that you've played and grown, Fox, Lindgren, do you think people tend to forget sometimes that the core group of you guys, now you've got Schneider, who's another young guy, is it a nice thing to have kind of young guys with experience that you're all kind of growing together?
Yeah, totally. Obviously, we have a lot of depth on D. Like you said, young guys with experience, guys who can really play any position. So I think just being adaptable and learning from those older guys with more experience and asking questions, watching video, those types of things, keep bettering your game, and just getting that experience is the biggest thing.
How much does it mean to you the faith that coaches showed in you guys, especially the top 4 defensemen? Like, it hasn't been changed all season, barring COVID or whatever. So is that especially valuable to you? To feel like you have the trust, you have the leeway to maybe make mistakes, and that in those situations he's going to keep throwing you out there?
Yeah, obviously, I mean, that's a confidence thing. I think the biggest thing, that consistency with Trubs, obviously has been huge to my game, and I would assume his too. But just being able to learn from each other and grow together has been really cool to see, and it's been eye-opening to kind of be in this atmosphere where you're with an older guy who's been through it, that's gone through the tough games, the easy games, just a lot of different things. So it's a lot of learning.